One of the more confusing storylines in the NFL right now is Kyler Murray completely wiping his Instagram account clean, except for a picture of him with CeeDee Lamb at the Pro Bowl and a picture of him winning the Heisman. So I have an update from Rap Sheet. We have updates from Larry Fitzgerald and DeAndre Hopkins in regards to what's going on. And believe me, it's bizarre. So before we get to the content, we are almost at 500,000 subscribers. And to incentivize you guys to subscribe and turn on our notifications, we are giving away $500 to a subscriber that turns on our notifications on this channel. We're also giving away $500 to a follower on Instagram. And now that we got all that out of the way, break! The Super Bowl is around the corner and I'm in the mood to try to make some money, but I don't want to really break my bank doing it. So what better way to make some money than using my promo code Mikerophone, claiming the free $5 credit from using my promo code, and then entering in a $4 contest to potentially win $1,440 in potential prizes. So we're entering this multi-sport Super Bowl 5-time pick'em. Between the LA Rams and the Cincinnati Bengals, I get the most points if the Cincinnati Bengals win, and they are the underdog, so I do think they could pull it off. I can't see Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow losing, but I would be happy as a Rams fan if the Rams pulled it off. We got the Red Wings versus the Minnesota Wild. I'm gonna go with the Red Wings. Toronto versus Seattle. Let's go with Seattle. Chicago versus Winnipeg. Let's go with Chicago. San Jose versus Edmonton. I'm gonna go San Jose. The Pistons versus the Wizards. The Wizards stink recently, so I'm gonna go with the Pistons. The Kings versus the Nets. The Nets stink recently. I'm gonna go with the Kings. We got the Thunder versus the Knicks. The Knicks actually really stink recently, so I'll go with the Thunder. We got the Portland Trailblazers versus the Milwaukee Bucks. No way Milwaukee loses that. Toronto versus New Orleans. I think New Orleans could pull it off. They just got CJ McCollum. We got San Antonio versus Chicago. Let's go with Chicago. Denver versus Orlando. Let's go with Denver. Houston versus Utah. LA versus Golden State. So these are my picks, man. Now make sure you use my promo code Mikerophone because you can enter this contest for free and make yourself some money by doing so. Or you can just click my link in the description down below. And thank you, Bounty Sports, for the sponsorship. Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's going on, everybody? A couple of days ago, we uploaded this video on Kyler Murray completely scrubbing his Instagram account clean. If you guys didn't check that out, make sure you see that because it kind of gives you more of a preface as to what's going on. Nobody can explain what's going on with Kyler Murray. I mean, the only rational explanations that could go on in regards to the situation that they are in currently is that Kyler Murray wants to be paid more money as his rookie scale contract is set to expire. It's absolutely hysterical, man. There's actually people out there that think that the Arizona Cardinals might trade Kyler Murray, and I don't think you understand how much Cliff Kingsbury loves Kyler Murray. I mean, I hope I could find myself a woman that loves me as much as Cliff loves Kyler Murray, but here's what Ian Rappaport had to say on the Pat McAfee show in regards to what's happening with Kyler.
What's going to happen with Kyler Murray? He hates Cardinals?
He is definitely not happy about something. I just don't know what it is.
Does anybody know what it is? Do you think there is somebody on this earth right now that understands why he's not happy with the Cardinals, and that somebody on earth being from the Cardinals organization, or are they asking all the questions?
No, because they're asking questions too. Reach out to people close to Kyler Murray, and it didn't seem like it was a planned, like, all right, here's going to be the strategy that we're going to try to get this big contract. It seemed much more sort of reactionary, just to me. It's a little bit of a mystery, and I'm not sure he's in a rush to clear it up either.
And prior to this, things got a little bit more bizarre. Larry Fitzgerald was the first person that I heard anything in regards to this subject on, and I wanted to really wait until we got an idea of what was going on. And all he had to say was pretty vague, stating that I just hope everything works out the way both sides want it to work out. It seems like based off of this language, it's contract related because according to Larry Fitzgerald, he says, I haven't talked to Kyler Murray in a while, but he looked good in the Pro Bowl. He looked like he was having a great time throwing touchdowns out there, and I just hope everything works out the way both sides want it to work out. That's really what it's all about for me. I love Kyler, I love the Cardinals, and I want what's best for everybody. During that time, Ian also says that at this point, we just don't entirely know what it means. He's kind of distanced himself from everything. There's basically just 2 pictures on his Instagram. The season didn't end like he wanted. We know he's up for a contract extension in the offseason. Everyone's frustrated in Arizona about how it all transpired. A season that had so much promise. As far as a firm word on why he deleted everything, I reached out to his agent, Eric Burkhardt, who did not comment. It's so funny because so far, as of Tuesday at least, obviously the Pat McAfee show clip was from Friday, it seems like they're speculating as to reasons why Kyler Murray could be upset. And the only 2 reasons that make sense is 1, he wants more money, and 2, he's upset that the Cardinals fell short of expectations. And in our last video, we did include an interview from the Pro Bowl that did indicate that Kyler Murray was a little bit disappointed based upon how this season transpired, which I can understand the disappointment, especially if you're an athlete that's very realistic about your career trajectory. I mean, if you look at the greatest quarterbacks of the past decade, save for Tom Brady, of course, and this is just my own personal football philosophy, you could roast me in the comment section if you don't agree, or you could tell me if you do agree. Typically, star QBs win their Super Bowl during their rookie scale contract because their teams could afford to put the best pieces around him. And if you look at Kyler Murray, he's on a rookie scale contract, and the Arizona Cardinals were able to sign Budda Baker to a contract extension. We're able to go out and sign JJ Watt. Obviously, the jury's out on Chandler Jones, but they're able to sign DeAndre Hopkins to the contract that DeAndre Hopkins is on. When your quarterback isn't eating up like 50% of the salary cap, I'm looking at you, Dallas Cowboys. The possibilities for your team are endless. The same thing could be said about the Cincinnati Bengals and Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow is currently on a rookie scale contract as well. Russell Wilson won his Super Bowls on rookie scale contract, and Tom Brady took pay cuts because his wife is insanely successful. And I'm not saying that's the only reason he won Super Bowls, but I think that's a huge contributing factor as to why he was so successful. In Kyler Murray's case, he might think that, hey, time is running out because my rookie contract is set to expire soon. He's up for a contract extension. He knows that the window of opportunity might be closing at this point, and I guess this is his way of just telling the team that he's not pleased with their progress. Obviously, if the LA Rams win the Super Bowl on Sunday, then my theory is going to be completely proven wrong, but Matthew Stafford is on a below market contract as well, so you can make that argument. As time went on, things got a little bit more bizarre. The Arizona Cardinals were trying to make light of the situation, and they decided to scrub their own Instagram page of all pictures except for the Pro Bowl picture that Kyler Murray had with CeeDee Lamb and the picture of Kyler Murray getting drafted. This is just, I guess the Arizona Cardinals are just trying to make light of what should be a fairly serious situation, if you ask me. But an individual that you would think would have an idea of what's going on, DeAndre Hopkins, had this to say in regards to Kyler Murray scrubbing off his Instagram, saying on Sirius XM NFL Radio's Rich Gannon and Bruce Murray, Hopkins joked that the only thing I can think is he wants to show off some new outfits for this upcoming season. He didn't want you guys to look at the old ones. And that's about it. This has Cardinals Twitter and Cardinals social media going back and forth on the one most realistic thing that Kyler's trying to campaign for, and that's a big contract. And apparently we've heard rumors that he's expecting to get Dak Prescott money, which, to be honest, you could hate me for this, but I honestly believe that Kyler Murray is worth Dak Prescott money. Go onto YouTube, look at some of the throws this man made over the past season. People are going to point at his statistics and say, Mike, he's not as good as you think, but you also have to bear in mind that he lost DeAndre Hopkins for the latter part of the season. Kyler Murray is a matchup nightmare, and he is a legitimate problem, especially when the Cardinals offense is at full strength. So I do think that he deserves every single dollar that he's trying to campaign for, and I think the amount that you could expect this man to get paid is either right below Patrick Mahomes or right below Josh Allen or right where Dak Prescott is. My projection for a potential Kyler Murray deal would be him getting paid $41 million annually. Maybe you could even make an argument that, hey, if his agent isn't necessarily the best, he would get $39 million just right beneath Dak Prescott if in negotiations they said that he didn't perform during the playoffs or whatever. But regardless, I think this is a very strange tactic to try to negotiate renegotiate your contract, because there's no doubt in my mind the Arizona Cardinals aren't going to offer this man like $35 million when the going rate for quarterbacks currently is unfortunately $40 million, but you never know what's going to happen. The Arizona Cardinals have had a history of making really good offseason transactions, and also prior to the Kyler Murray era, bear in mind they still have their same general manager that drafted Josh Rosen, wanted to move on from Josh Rosen immediately, ignored Kyler Murray when Kyler Murray said he wanted CeeDee Lamb. They drafted Isaiah Simmons, which I'm not going to knock them for that because I think Isaiah Simmons is going to turn out to be a great player, but they're not necessarily consistent with making home run decisions. You know, Kyler Murray was kind of gift wrapped to them. The shell of AJ Green was kind of a no-brain signing. JJ Watt, for some reason, wanted to go to the desert. I'm not here to insult the Cardinals. I love watching the Cardinals play, but it's just something to bear in mind moving forward. This hasn't historically been the most consistently competent front office. So this is just my take on the matter. I could be wrong. I'm just thinking of potential reasons why Kyler Murray could be upset. Let me know in the comment section down below why you think he could be doing all this stuff. Maybe this is a way to unveil brand new jerseys. Maybe the Cardinals just want all of us talking about them. Aside from that, I'm your boy Mike, and I'm dropping our mic until our next upload.